A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everyone, welcome back for day 2 of our article on national flags in A+ English. I'm Kat.
I'm Elsie.
And we are talking about flags. Where did they come from? What do they look like? What do they mean?
Yeah, what's the meaning behind it?
So today we're going to look at one certain special national flag, which happens to be my flag, my national flag, because I'm from the US. But first we have our warm-up question. Do you know of any interesting flags? Talk about them.
Interesting flags. What about the racing flags?
Oh yeah, the checkered flag.
Yeah,
it's
the checker one.
White and black squares on it. I think that's what they show that for the last lap of a race.
So why that pattern?
Because it catches your eye, don't you think? Like it's very easy to see.
So when the person waves the flag, then the racers can see the flag really clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think an interesting flag that is not a national flag is the Jolly Roger. It's a very famous pirate flag. It's a black background. It has a skull, and then it either has 2 bones or 2 swords. Yeah, so that's called the Jolly Roger. It's a popular pirate flag.
Jolly Roger.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so why don't we start our article for today to take a look at your country's flag.
Yay! All right, I can't wait to learn more about it. Let's get into the article.
A quick history of national flags. Warm-up question. Do you know of any interesting flags? Talk about them.
The oldest national flag still in use belongs to Denmark. It is red with a white Nordic cross. They first started using it in the 14th century. The US flag is quite new, but interesting. The first design, 1775, had 13 red and white bands for the 13 British colonies. It kept the British flag in one corner to respect the English king. The US later changed the British flag to stars to represent the States of America. In some areas of the world, national flags can follow a theme. For example, in Africa, many countries' flags use red, yellow, and green. These colors mean Pan-Africanism, a drive to show that African people are together.
All right, our article starts out today by talking about a certain national flag. It's not the US national flag yet. We're talking about the oldest one. The oldest national flag still in use belongs to Denmark.
是最老，不过还在使用当中。因为我们看到 in use 这个片语代表是使用当中的。这个国旗是 Denmark， 也就是丹麦的。那我们在这个第一个句子当中呢，看到 belong 这个动词搭配 to belong to 什么意思呢？ Let's find out. Belong to 这个片语呢，代表是属于。Something belongs to somebody， 主词要放的是物品哦，后面才接的是人，那代表就是某物属于某人。那这个用法，这个动词是没有被动态的。So for example, this sports car belongs to my new neighbor， 代表这台跑车是属于我新邻居的。那 belong 加上 ing 再加上复数的 s 变成 belongings 就是你的拥有物，所以如果在捷运上啦或是高铁上听到说你离开的时候不要忘记拿你的 personal belongings 就是你的私人物品。那单字例句给的是呢 That isn't your hat, it belongs to me， 这不是你的帽子，它是我的。
All right, so the Denmark flag, the Danish flag, is the oldest one that they're still using today. It's very simple. It is red with a white Nordic cross.
红色的，然后上面有白色的北欧十字。
So the Nordic cross looks like a normal cross, like up and down like this, but it's kind of in the corner.
对，有一点往旁边移一些，不是在正中央。It's not in the center.
Yeah, if you look at Sweden's flag and Norway's flag and Finland's flag, they all have that same Nordic cross in different colors. Yeah, very interesting. And when did they first start using this flag, since it's so old? They first started using it in the 14th century, the 1300s.
对呀，14世纪的时候就开始使用这面国旗，一直到现在 it's still in use now.
Yeah, it's 800 years old. Wow. So that's very interesting, but we're looking at a newer flag, but it's a little more complicated flag. The article says the US flag is quite new, but interesting.
好，我们要讲到的就是美国的国旗了，它相对比较新，但是蛮有趣的。How so?
It's very interesting. The first design in 1775 had 13 red and white bands for the 13 British colonies. So red, white, red, white, red, white. Yeah.
Colony 代表的是殖民地，那这边是复数型 colonies。British colonies 那就是英国的殖民地，所以1775年呢，美国有了第一面国旗，上面有13个红白的条纹，代表13个英国的殖民地。Do you know what they are, Kat?
I know at least a few. I know that is, okay, Delaware, Virginia, Massachusetts, New York, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. I don't know them all, but apparently, 13, they're all on the East Coast.
You know enough.
Yeah, I know enough.
Right.
Yeah, if you ask me like, oh, is this state one of the first 13 colonies? I would be able to say yes or no. Yeah. So the article says the flag, kept the British flag in one corner to respect the English king. This was before the US was an independent country.
Corner 这个名词呢，它代表的是什么？我们来看一下咯。Corner 这个名词代表是角落。In the corner of a place, 那就是在某处的角落。For example, she sat in the corner of the cafeteria eating lunch. 她坐在餐厅角落吃午餐。那再来，如果你要跟人家指路的时候，在转角处右转或左转，可以怎么说呢？ Turn right or turn left at the corner. 那还有呢，像是正方形或长方形，它们都有4个角，它们有 four corners. 那单字例句给的是Mike glued the stamp on the top right corner of this postcard. 代表 Mike 将邮票粘贴在这张明信片的右上角。所以我们说呢，这个美国的国旗角落有英国的国旗，为的是要对英国国王表示尊重。尊重，我们要用到 respect.
Respect. Let's find out what respect means right now.
Respect 在课文当中呢，当动词来用哦，代表是尊敬、敬重。Respect somebody， 那就是尊敬、敬重某个人。那人们给的意见也是要尊重的。Respect one's opinion。还有就是每个人的隐私也是要尊重。Respect one's privacy。那当然 respect 这个字也可以当名词用哦，我们可以说 have respect for somebody， 那就是尊重某个人。For example, he has a lot of respect for his boss， 代表他很尊敬他的老板。那单字例句给的是呢 I respect John's ideas, though I don't agree with him。 我尊重 John 的看法，即使我不赞同他。
All right, so originally, in the first place, the US flag had those 13 red and white stripes, which it actually still has, but instead of the stars in the corner, it had the British flag, which was it's a blue background and that has a red kind of diagonal and upright cross. It's called the Union Jack. A lot of the countries like Australia,
New Zealand,
and other places that the British used to rule still have this on their flags. So you can see a lot of flags that have the British flag as part of their flag. The US doesn't anymore. The article says the US later changed the British flag to stars to represent the states of America.
Represent 这个动词它的解释就是代表。那这边是要代表什么呢？ Represent the states of America. State 是个名词，怎么用呢？我们来看一下吧。State 这个名词代表州或邦，那在美国的一州就是 a state。那美国总共有几州呢？同学们知不知道啊？ There are 50 states in the US， 总共是有50州。所以呢，美国的全名美利坚合众国是 the United States of America， 你会在里面看到 state 这个字。那当然我们可以说它是 the US、the USA， 或者是 the States， 或者是 America 都可以。好，那例句给同学们一个 She planned to study in the States in the near future， 代表她计划不久之后就到美国去读书。那杂志的单字例句给的是呢 California is one of the states in the US. It's famous for sunny weather. 加州是美国其中的一州，以晴朗的天气出名。OK， 所以呢，课文说到美国之后将英国国旗的部分改为星星，代表美国不同的州。So those stars represent different states.
Yeah, so there are 50 states now, but there weren't always 50 states. When this flag was new, there were only 13 because it was the 13 colonies. And then they added more states over time until now there are 50. So the article says, in some areas of the world, national flags can follow a theme.
Follow 这个动词在这边解释为根据，不过它有别的意义哦。我们先进到 Magic Box 看一下吧。
Magic Box.
Hello， 大家好，我是艾赛。前几天呢，就是晚上吃完饭之后呢，我就跟我家人，就是我们去公园散散步。结果呢，你们知道吗？就有一只非常可爱的猫，就这样一路跟着我们走回家。A cute cat followed us home. 虽然呢，我蛮想要就是养它的，但是你知道，因为我们家里呢，就是已经有养了2只猫了，所以呢，在跟家人讨论过之后呢，就想说啊，好吧，那就先不要养它。那在刚刚那个例句里面呢，有提到就是今天要教给大家的这个 Magic Box， 那就是 follow 当作动词的不同的意思哦。那在前面的那个例句当中呢 ，A cute cat followed us home 中的这个 follow 当作动词，表示的意思呢，就是指跟随。或者其实在电影之中呢，你其实蛮常会听到某人就会说 follow me， 指的意思呢就是跟着我的意思啦。那除了这个意思之外呢，像是呢在今天的文章中提到哦 ，in some areas of the world, national flags can follow a theme。在世界的一些不同的地区当中，其实国旗呢会遵循就是某一个不一样的主题。那这边的这个 follow 呢，表示的意思呢，就是指的是遵照或者是遵守这样的一个意思。那其实呢，我们也蛮常会搭配的呢，就是规则 rules 这个名词来做一起使用哦，像是 Everyone in Taiwan has to follow the traffic rules。每一个在台湾的人呢，都得要遵守交通规则哦。那最后呢 ，follow 也可以表示有沿着什么样的道路啦，或者是河流等等这样的走的一个意思。比方像是呢 ，follow this river and then you will find the waterfall at the end。沿着这条河流走呢，你就会在尽头看到瀑布啦。好啦，那希望你们都有学会今天的 Magic Box 咯，我们下次见，拜拜。
回到课文，我们还有一个名词呢是 theme。代表主轴、主题，所以啊，我们说到在世界上其他地方，国旗可能是根据一个主题来制成的。
So what's one example? For example, in Africa, many countries' flags use red, yellow, and green.
有一个例子就是非洲的很多国家会用到红色、黄色和绿色，为什么是这3个颜色
？I don't know, maybe they like those colors a lot there. No, it's because they have a certain meaning. These colors mean Pan-Africanism, a drive to show that African people are together.
So that's why they use the same colors on their flags.
Yeah. So they say like, we are all together. We are in this idea of Pan-Africanism. Africa is one continent and we are all together.
所以这个就是泛非运动。是非洲民族大团结主义。那这边我们还看到一个名词是 drive。好 ，drive 这边是名词哦，注意，它代表的是努力运动，为达到某目的而进行的努力运动，不是要大家努力运动。
So you have a drive to show something, and so a lot of the countries' flags in Africa show this same idea. And there's a lot of different countries' flags around the world that have similar ideas because people have good ideas about what is good. They want to show they are brave. They want to show they are united together. They want to show that they believe in their people and their history. So flags can mean all these different things. You can look up different flags for yourself and learn more about them. But that's the end of our article, and so that means it's time to go to review time.
Review time!
All right, so for our review time today, we're going to play a game of taboo.
How are we going to play this game?
So taboo is where you have a word that you're trying to get the other person to say, but you can't say the word, you can't spell the word, you can't say anything like too close to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have our word power words here first. I think we should review. We have belong to,
属于
corner,
角落
respect,
尊敬尊重
and state.
州或邦
All right, so let me think if I want to get you to say something. Okay, this thing is mine.
Thing is yours. Okay.
It is mine.
就这样 That's all?
It is mine and I have it and it is not yours.
Okay, it's yours, not mine.
Yeah.
It belongs to you.
Yes, it does.
属于 好
Belongs to me.
再来一个换我对不对 It's a part of a country.
A part of a country. Maybe a city?
America has a lot of them.
Cities. No, just kidding. It does, but
It does though.
but it also has a lot of states.
Yes, a lot of states.
Yeah.
很多的州
America's not the only place with states, but it has a lot of them.
Does
Okay.
Australia have a lot of them too?
It has how many? 5, something like that? Maybe a few. It
Okay,
has
so not
a few.
as many as America.
Yes, yes. So let me think. You have to be nice to me. You have to treat me like an adult. You have to not do this. This is not bad.
Oh, okay, so I have to respect you.
Yes, you do.
尊敬
Yeah, we have to
敬
respect
重
each other.
是的
I'm being very selfish today. This is mine. You have to respect me.
好，再来一个哈。A square or a rectangle
Uh-huh.
has 4 of them.
Oh, lines.
4 lines, yes.
4 corners.
You got it. Okay,
Yeah,
corners.
they're all right angles.
对，4个角。结束了。
That's all we've got. We hope you enjoyed learning about some of the world's flags with us. We learned about the African flags. We learned about the US flag. We learned about the Danish flag, Denmark's flag. And we learned about flags and where they came from. So for A+ English, I am Kat.
I'm Elsie.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
A quick history of national flags. Warm-up question. Do you know of any interesting flags? Talk about them.
The oldest national flag still in use belongs to Denmark. It is red with a white Nordic cross. They first started using it in the 14th century. The US flag is quite new, but interesting. The first design, 1775, had 13 red and white bands for the 13 British colonies. It kept the British flag in one corner to respect the English king. The US later changed the British flag to stars to represent the states of America. In some areas of the world, national flags can follow a theme. For example, in Africa, many countries' flags use red, yellow, and green. These colors mean Pan-Africanism, a drive to show that African people are together.
Word power.
Belong to. Belong to. That isn't your hat. It belongs to me. That isn't your hat. It belongs to me. Corner. Corner. Mike glued the stamp on the top right corner of this postcard. Mike glued the stamp on the top right corner of this postcard. Respect. Respect. I respect John's ideas, though I don't agree with him. I respect John's ideas, though I don't agree with him. State. State. California is one of the states in the U.S. It's famous for sunny weather. California is one of the states in the U.S. It's famous for sunny weather.
认识字汇
colony, colony, represent, represent, theme, theme, drive, drive.